Okay, in the second of the videos on formulas, we're going to introduce the concept of conditional results. So, for example, if something matches something, do this; if not, do that. And we can do this in a couple of ways, either by displaying text to say that a result has been met, or to put up a priority indicator. So maybe if cost is exceeding a certain amount, it's red. If it's not, it's green. And in this example, what we're going to do is to use another technique in combination with this to find out if something exists within a certain notes field. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a notes field here, just to change that to notes, and I'm going to type some information in. So I'm going to say this task is in delay. This one is okay, and this one's delayed as well. This one's okay, okay, delay, delay. Okay, so we've got those in. So what we're going to do is to put up some information, and obviously this could be a long string of information from the site. So we're going to want to put in another column which shows us if a task is in delay. Put some text in there. So we're going to go to the Library Explorer. We're going to go to our formulas as we did before, and we're going to call this delay indicator. I'm going to go into that, and I could give it a description. Tells me if the notes contains the word delay, and I could put it in a category. So our first attempt at doing conditional formatting, and there's a few ways of doing that, but from the function area you can see there are three types: if, which is the most simple, choose, and then switch, and we'll deal with choose and switch in another lesson. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select the if statement. So what this takes is three parameters. So the first thing is the actual thing we're checking. If it's true, that's our result. If it's false, that's our result. So if we were to say if 1 plus 1 equals 2, type the words yes, and if it's incorrect, type the word no. So that is the sort of idea. If it's correct, it's the first one; if it's not, the second one. So in this particular instance, what we're going to do is to check if a certain bit of text appears in a field. So the syntax we use for that, I'm just going to remove all three of these because now I've explained them I don't need them. So I'm going to go for conditional, the function, text, and then the search section. So what that's put in is if search what I'm looking for within a specific item. So what I'm looking for is the word delay. Now obviously that could be any word you want, or if we're thinking it could be within the task title, etc. But in this instance it's going to be within the notes section. So here I'm going to scrub that out and select field identification note. So if I was checking for a start date, for example, to be correct, I'd be going against the start date. But we're going to go for notes there. and we'll just select the default object. So if we're searching for delay within the notes column, then what we have to do is to say what we do if it's correct. And what I'm going to do here is put warning. So we're going to type up the word warning if the notes column holds the word delay, and if it's not there, we're just going to type in order, something like that. Keep it simple. So you can see here that tells me that's okay. So again, this is our expression 1. We're searching for the word delay within notes. If it's true, we're going to type up warning. If not, we're going to put the words in order. So I'm just going to click OK there, get back to the chart and change this column to the formula which is called the delay indicator, and I'm going to apply that. So you can see here now this one has the word delay somewhere in it. It says it's warning, in order, delay, warning, etc. So even in here, if we were to type there is a delay to this task, when I press enter, that's going to change to warning. So this is a useful tool. I think, as I mentioned last time, we could say whether a task is approaching within a week of its due start date. We could use an if statement to put some text up to say we should be looking at starting this task, and we'll deal with more of those as we go through the sessions. So that's basic checking of whether something happens and putting some text up. But now what I want to show you is how to put priority indicators in. You may have used these before in columns, high, medium and low, but you can also use them with regard to formulas. So I'm going to go back to here and I'm going to edit this one just to keep it simple, because it's almost the same apart from the fact we've put text in strings here. Yeah, so we've put them in quotes, so it tells us to type the words. Now what I want to do here is to, instead of putting text in, I want to put a priority indicator in. So we get these from the symbol drop down here, enumerated value and priority, and you see we have high, medium and low. So if I was to say high, it writes the word in high. Now obviously once you've done that once or twice, you could write that in yourself. If it's not met, it's going to be low. Very straightforward, high, medium, low or none. Obviously there's only two parameters here, yes or no, but when we come to, in the next section, look at more advanced conditional formatting, we'll be having high, medium and low. So if something is maybe long overdue, it could be red, slightly overdue, it could be amber, and if it's on target or ahead, it could be green, and that's what we'll look at next time. But if we come out of here and back to the bar chart, you can see now instead of having text, we've now got a priority indicator. So just going back to here, if I was to say on target, as I come off of there, the indicator will go green. So these are very useful for, some people call them dashboards, to create groups of these indicators, and we'll be doing that in future topics. Thank you for listening.